Hey guys, and welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be giving you the truth on the brand new Natasha Denona Xenon palette, which is an extension of the 5-pan mini Xenon palette. When I saw this announced, more like leaked, a few months ago, I got so excited. This is my cool girl smoky gray dream I have been talking about. I said that I really wanted the Jeffree Star cremated palette back because it was just like the perfect color story for me, but I have a feeling that this is going to be so much better than that. So I'm so excited to get into this. I literally just had this delivered 15 minutes ago, and let me tell you, the journey from getting my package to sitting down here in the last 15 minutes has been so dramatic for me. First off, my goat Klaus was out and it's rut season. He was trying to kill my FedEx delivery man, more like mate with him, but he was scared. I had to handle that situation and put him up, which is a whole thing. It's a whole thing. And then I'm walking by and I see my dog and my chick in Texas, and I'm like, Leo, are you trying to eat Texas? Like, what's going on here? But it turns out there was a snake that my chicken was trying to get, but my dog wanted it more, and then eventually my dog got it, and then you just see it flopping, and it was a whole thing. I'm scared of snakes, deathly scared. My toes literally curl. And I died a little inside over and over again until I sat down with this, which hopefully will calm me down. But I don't have much time before I have to go pick up my child. It's 1:54 now. So I'm going to start out by swatching these on my arm so I can get an overall look at what the shades look like swatched on my arm like I did in the last Natasha Denona video. I have not opened this yet. I do not know what this looks like other than photos online. And there's been lots of mixed opinions. It kind of looks either all grayscale or very distinctual between shades. There's supposed to be a pop of pink in here. Some photos doesn't look like there's pink at all, some do, so I can't wait to open this up. Also, packaging is so pretty. It's got like these tiny little stars all over it, and yeah, I'm really excited. So if you're into these types of videos from me where I review makeup, then definitely give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know down below if you've tried any Natasha Denona products, which are your favorite, and your opinions on today's video and eyeshadow look, and if we think that this palette is worth the 69 buckaroonies. And don't forget to subscribe, which if you hit subscribe, now the button does this little color changing thing, so that's really cool. So yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so before I swatch all the shades, I just want to take a look at the shadows and just get my initial reaction. Okay, so we have the stars all on the packaging. Really pretty. Now, the shades. Oh, okay. Yeah, these are really pretty. There definitely is distinction between all of these shades. Probably not so much with the 3 lighter shades, but swatches can definitely... Oh, okay, I see what people are saying. Swatches will definitely fix that. This is much brighter pink in person, though it looks very grayscale, monotoned on camera, but it does have a very light hue of pink. I don't know how I can change this. Let me try and mess with my lighting for a second. I mean, you kind of can tell when I turn the lighting down, so just keep that in mind. But let me turn it back up. Okay, so I'm going to swatch these, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so here are the swatches. I can honestly say on my skin tone, every single shade is completely different. I would say these two actually are a lot more similar than the lighter shades like I thought. At least on my skin tone, I'm very light. This is a very cool tone palette, and grays can usually all kind of look the same color on like medium to deep skin tones and stuff, but I'm like very, very pale light. So they definitely look completely different. I'm going to swatch those on the back of my hand together just so I can show you kind of what I'm seeing. So this is Snert. This is going to be Blizzard. This is Contrail. And this top one is Flurry. As you can see on my skin tone, These shades are similar, but they are very different. So we have more of like a, like a brown gray, a white gray, and a blue gray. Brown, white, blue. So they each have their own undertones. Kind of farther away, you can see it better. With that being said, I'm going to play with as many shadows as I can. I am going to go pick up some hay and feed and pick up my son. It is 2:05 now, and I'll be back around 3:15 to start actually filming. So I'll be back. Okay, so it's the next day. I don't want to talk about it, okay? Yesterday was rough. So let's just get into some eye looks, shall we? So I want to do 2 looks today, and I have a feeling most reviews are gonna play with the silvers and the dark colors. I feel like that's gonna be popular. Today I want to do these 2 shades here. They're the more like brown, neutrally taupe shades. And then I want to play with this pink shade. And I want to play with it with this shade here, which is more white. So we're just going to play around and see if I can get this palette to look as versatile as possible, because I just feel like everyone from thumbnails, I haven't watched anyone's reviews yet because I want my own opinion first, and then I'm going to watch to see what everybody else says. But I've seen so many thumbnails of people doing silver and dark eyes, and I don't want to do that. I want to do something different. So waiting a day has definitely given me that opportunity to see the thumbnails and what people have on their eyes. So everyone's looks look exactly the same, and I want to do something different. I just want to show that this palette can be used in a different way. Can it be used in a different way? We will see with these 2 looks that I'm going to be doing. So for the taupe look that I'm going to go for, I'm going to first use my MAC paint pot. Okay, so my MAC paint pot in Painterly is a nice beige base. It's not too beige, but it's like the perfect color that I really feel like will help with these colors becoming, you know, their own shades. So I'm going to apply this on the lid. Okay, so my lid is set. First, I want to take this shade Flurry. So I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to take my blinged brush, which you can use code Connor for money off at blinged brushes. I'll have links below. I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to apply all in my crease and my upper lid. Oh yeah, see, this is definitely coming off a little bit of that taupey gray. I feel like if you just put this straight on foundation, it wouldn't have helped as much. Which we are going to be using a concealer for the other side. But I am definitely getting the taupe color. And for fun, I'm just going to set my whole eye in this because I want this to be a taupey look, and this is really helping the taupe come out. There we go, a nice taupey gray color. Now to get it to have a little more depth, I'm going to take this shade here, and it's called Snert. It's like the dark matte gray, and I don't know what that word is. It's so weird. I'm just gonna take a small amount just to deepen the outer corner a little bit so this palette can have some depth. But I don't want to really focus it too much in the outer portion of the eye, because I don't want the taupe brown to come off as a gray, which is kind of what it's doing now. It's starting to look like it's pulling gray more than it was before. So I'm going to take now this like soft matte, like a metallic matte. I don't even know if that's a thing. I'm going to take this, just the smallest amount of spoosh, and I'm just going to put it right here in that crease, ever so slightly. just a smidge. So that other color Snert is above and below it, and then I just have this right in like that. So that's like a sneak color. Sneaky sneak color. Okay, so now I'm going to take my NYX glitter glue and I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. I'm going to take it on another blinged brush, one of the flatter ones, and I'm just going to put it on my lid like so. And I'm going to bring it up some because I do have hooded eyes, and I want to make sure that where it sticks on top is where it's going to stay. And I'm going to bring the shimmer shade below that darker line that I did in the crease, but I want to make sure that it's up in the front. Taking the same brush, I'm going to take the shade Skirt. That is right. Yeah, no, Skift. Skift is the shade. That taupey brown. I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm just going, I don't think I picked anything up. I'm going to, oh I did, I'm going to apply it right over that glitter glue. Okay, now taking my finger, I am just going to apply more on top just to make sure it's nice and sparkly. Cute! See? There is some taupe, and in person it's very taupey. Very taupey. On camera it looks like it's like a taupe shift, but in person all I see is taupe. So I don't know. So I want to take my little brush that I use for my lower lash line and stuff. I'm going to take the shade Spoosh again, and I'm going to use that in my lash line. Just at the outer portion of the top and the bottom. Going back in with Flurry, the taupe gray, I'm going to apply this on the inner lower lash line, like so, just to kind of complete everything. And I'm going to start and kind of work my way over so I can start to blend these together. Cool. Okay, now we're going to work on the other eye, which is the pink eye. So I'm gonna take Contrail, which is the whiter gray. Make sure it is, or if it's the gray. No, this is the whiter gray. And I'm gonna apply it on this eye. But first, I'm gonna try this Ofra one then in the shade, not Light Sand, in the shade Fair Ivory. And this one should hopefully be much more of a white base. Do I have anything whiter than that? No. This is definitely the lighter, so I am just going to work with what I got. Can you tell I have hooded eyes? Okay, I'm just gonna use my finger to blend everything. It's definitely lightening up as I apply it, so it's not as like neutrally as I thought it was going to be. Also, why does this look gray on camera? This is insane. Okay, now I'm gonna take another blinged brush. I'm going to take that Contrail shade here, the white gray, apply it all over my lid, baby. Really set the tone, right? See? I have that taupe brown over here, and then I have Contrail over here. So depending on what base you use is really making a difference. We're learning something. So I'm going to take Snert, right? Yeah, Snert. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side where I apply this in my outer corner for depth. I'm going to take Spoosh again because it's pulling a lot less blue. And I'm just going to take it on my brush and I'm just going to apply it in the bottom portion of my eye. This is not the correct brush. It's just the one that I grabbed. And I'm just going to apply it down here. I'm also wondering if the pink shade will show up better under a dark base. So that's why I kind of want to focus this in the outer corner so I can see in person like what it looks like over this darker color as well. And I'm just focusing that on the lid, honestly. And I'm not going to do any blending. I don't care about that. This is mostly just I want to see what that color looks like over a darker color. So I still have glitter glue on the back of my hand. I'm going to take a clean flat-ish brush and apply. Okay, taking the same brush with the glitter glue, I'm going in with Snowbow, which is that infamous pink shade that doesn't show up pink. And I'm going to apply this over top. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna take my finger and see, it looks pink, but it's more of like a reflect pink. Okay, there's definitely a difference between this and like a silver shadow. So it's like, it's got a pink base to it, and you can see that in person, but then it also has like a blue and silver shift, but you can still see that pink. Like, I don't know if you're able to notice at all, and I would agree, definitely a white base underneath and not the dark, because the dark is making it look more blue, whereas the light is making it pull more pink silver. But the whole thing is definitely a whole lot of a different color than, say, pure silver. So there is an actual difference there. Is it enough to justify the shade? I don't know. But I can tell you that there is a difference for sure. Okay, so finishing up, I'm going to take Spoosh, do the same thing, the lower lash line. Literal on the upper. See, all I see is the blue shift right now. Like, it's shifting hard blue. I don't know if you can see it on camera. I wonder, is this a multi-chrome? Because this is what it's giving, is multi-chrome. And then taking this shade, we're going to finish the lower lash line and blend the two out. Okay, now I want to mess with my lighting to see if I can show you exactly what I'm seeing. Let me turn it way down. Like, you can tell this is a taupe side. This is like trippy because it's not silver. But like when my lid is up, you can kind of get that pink. And then at the top where my lid's not, you see that silver. And then you see that blue shift over there. So it's like this one shade is giving 3 colors. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but that is exactly what I'm seeing. I don't think that's making a difference. I'm gonna put on some liner and lashes. I'll be right back. Okay, so I didn't put any eyeliner on. I just did some mascara. It's not perfect, but this is what the 2 eye looks look like, with a little bit of something something on the eyes. Love the taupe side. So cute. So, hello. I took it upon myself to do this, okay? So this is the, what is this shade called again? Snowbow. This is the pink shade in the palette, okay? So I used 2 different About Face little eye crayons in black and white. And I put it down, and then I put the shade over top just to see what the shades would look like depending on what base you're going to use. Let me turn the light down. As you can see, you should definitely use the pink shade with a light base. It looks better. It definitely shows much more pink, whereas it's going a little bit more blue on the dark, but it's definitely duochrome-y. I don't even know if that's what the shade is like marketed as, a duochrome, but it is definitely a duochrome. It says there's a duochrome in the palette, so I suspect this is definitely a duochrome. So anyways, this is the completed look. Let me put my hair down just so we can like get a better picture. I look like not the best today. This hair somehow looks curled, but it's not. This is giving like 90s vibes, like for reals, for reals. This is because, I don't know. Why is my hair doing this? I guess because it's been in a bun. I need to wash it. It's a little greasy, but this is what we got going on, you guys. Honestly, I don't hate the palette. Do you need it? It's up to you. It's always up to you whether or not you want the palette. I love both looks. This taupe that I got going on looks so much different than any of the looks in the thumbnails I saw. And I really like the pink duochrome. In person, it looks so much different to me. It does not really register silver. It's definitely got the pink and the blue shift to it, and a little bit of like a silver thing going on, but I do feel like it's much more different than the others, but I can see how it could be similar. And depending on what base you use for the matte shades, like Paint Pot, very beige neutral color versus like a very bright white concealer, or even a shadow crayon or whatever, a white base for the white shade, neutral base for the taupe shade, it definitely does make them look completely different. So with that being said, based off of what you put down as a base will determine the way the color shows up. So I can see how people would say that all of the three shades are very similar when you apply them, but what are you setting as your base? Because if you're setting it as a one color, they're all going to blend together and they're not going to look different. So yeah, the taupe side is so cute. I love it so much. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say, because those two matte shades completely look different, but together and with the same base, you know what I mean? Anyways, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Do you plan on picking this palette up, little girl? No. Did you like the two looks that I created? Would you like me to do another video using darkers and silvers, which is kind of like the point of the palette? Let me know. And yeah, thank you guys so much for being here and watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.